Hey everybody, Courtney here. My topic was project-based learning, and I had a great time researching this. I'm also glad we don't have to be recorded every day in the classroom. It's so weird hearing your own voice. Well, here it goes. So what is project-based learning? In all my research, each definition varied slightly, so I chose to go with this one. Project-based learning is an instructional method centered on the learner. Instead of using a rigid lesson plan that directs a learner down a specific path of learning outcomes or objectives, project-based learning allows in-depth investigation of a topic worth learning more about. So in other words, the student is getting to take something meaningful, something they can relate to, a real-life scenario, and take away valuable knowledge they will retain. So why do we do this? Students' usual reaction to a project are moans and groans and the inevitable why. This style of learning takes the guesswork right out of that. They are getting to see and create real-life problem solving. So where do I begin as the teacher? In my research, most of the time when it talked about why a school or teacher wasn't implementing this in their classroom, it was simply they didn't know where to begin. In this class alone, we have learned of so many valuable ways to obtain resources, so we won't ever be that teacher. One website I found really helpful in browsing for ideas on project-based learning was sharemylesson.com. This website is so great for getting your own creative teacher juices flowing when looking for a fresh way to approach the students. There are also a ton of great videos out there on YouTube, although for me personally, I prefer clicking the pages versus watching a video. So what would this look like in your classroom? A simple example of creating a project-based learning for one of my history classes would be asking the students to create a timeline of technology, then versus now. I could have them start with a telegram for the then and go all the way up to the modern landline. The now could start with the first home computer up to the latest smartphone. How would you teach project-based learning in your classroom? Do you think this is something you would like more research on? I have included the research articles I used for this topic in my white paper with a more in-depth look at project-based learning. Thanks guys, I really enjoyed being in this group with everyone and can't wait to see everyone's projects.